Hello, my name's Jupi Hadley, and today we're doing another version of Jupi Plays All the Games, this time with the ProcJam. The ProcJam, or the Procedural Generation Jam, is about making something that makes something. These are not all necessarily games. Some of them are tools or asset packs or other things, but I'm going to be checking out everything that was entered into this jam for about a minute each. Links to the individual games in the description, so you can check them out further. About 10 per video. All my info will also be in the description, so you can check me out on social media and see my stuff as well. This video, as always, is brought to you in part by the lovely people on Patreon who support me so I can continue to do all of this and record all of this. If you want to support me, there's a link to that too. At the end, I'll probably have an article of my favorites. Thank you very much for watching, liking, and commenting. Next. We're checking out Nonsensical, which is a generator that uses actual English grammar. It generates sentences. A few dead boards and a few colorful oceans, unlucky gird or tiffin. So I wonder what this does. Oh, influence output with topical words and separated by spaces. Oh, and then we can generate something with that. Yeah, I don't need to, though. The cattle inquisitively punish the pest. So if you want to make a sentence about, like, specific things, you can use that area. The scents superbly escape cribs. Okay. A whispering goose unbearably closes the gigantic bait. Okay. Those fangs on the asymmetrical actor cheerfully scents a petite bean. These are quite interesting sentences. Those even crooks of an apple most exhaust the round icicle. That one doesn't make the most sense. Many brilliant alarms of a cream rough spill a wild caption. The skein of those ripe winters totally find a treatment. Interesting. Next. We're checking out Procedural Fruit. This is a Blender plugin that adds operators for creating procedural fruit meshes. I don't use Blender. I don't know how to use Blender, but if you do use Blender and you want fruit, here you go. You can simply call the random fruit operator to generate some objects from random parameters, and then you can also mutate them, and then procreate them so you can merge different fruit together, and then you can also just edit and modify all of them. Here's some fruit that the developer, I guess, generated. I almost said created, but they look quite interesting. That purple one's neat. I like this long purple one as well. This looks like an aubergine, but not quite. And that, like, lime, like, what color? That's not underneath the lime one. That blue, tealy one looks really neat. And this one's almost like a banana. But yeah. So if you're looking for some fruit to create in Blender, so 3D fruit, here you go. It's just a little add-on and you're good to go. Next. We're checking out node-based space partition. I don't really understand how to get this to run. It says the source file is in zip and can be executed either through the .jar file or the node-based space partition.java file. Neither of them will actually open for me, but that's okay. Well, actually, one of them opens. It's sort of a big screen that tells me, like, what I can edit almost. But yeah, here's a description of how the generator chooses to place doors. Basically, it just creates these sort of rooms and maps and stuff. So if you're looking for sort of maps and dungeons, here you go. It starts with a single room that spans the entire map as room 0, and then it cuts it vertically to make more rooms, and it'll just start cutting up the rooms, so which will be smaller than the required minimum room width or height. If any doors have been placed, a wall will not appear and isolate that door. This process continues until a random number of cuts have been completed, given a minimum width and height of 3. A final result is this. So then it starts placing doors. There's so much, like, stuff written here about the background of it and just how it works. This bit will open up for me, this thing that, like, lets me edit the map, but I'm not quite sure what to do with it. It's a bit above my head. However, for procedurally generating maps, this seems really interesting, especially if you're doing stuff in the Java space. It can be a helpful tool. Next. We're checking out a pirate map generator, so we can scroll into the map and kind of move around. It just generated automatically. There's like a single palm tree there. Alright, some ocean. And then we can also click here to regenerate. Ooh. I've got more of a mixed forest. There's some tall grass there. Some more palm trees. A house. I like the style of this map. It kind of looks like it's hand-drawn, like a pirate was just filling it in as it went. Look at these. More little houses. Some rocks. Lots of trees. Oh, there's a boat in the ocean there. I doubt that boat's still in the ocean. Why have you added this to your map, pirate? Maybe to remind themselves of, like, adventures. This is pretty cool, though. Just the style. The style is really nice. And I like how sometimes things overlap. I don't know. It's just a nice little touch, having everything overlap. And there's, like, an island right here in the middle of the ocean where the ocean stops. Huh. Next. I'm not really sure how this works, but we're checking out ProcTinker. I don't know what any of this does. Alright. Oh, so we can kind of drag this around. It's doing something, some sort of pattern. The game page says that they've been busy with other things, eventually hoping to have a module control / live coding working to make your own little patterns quickly and easily. Right now it's got, one pattern and you can't edit anything, but they'll be posting updates. So eventually you'll be able to make your own really cool patterns in this, and just sort of edit it and tinker it around, probably with these little things on the sidebar here that I'm sort of clicking on, or trying to click on. And that'd be cool. The pattern that's got is kind of mesmerizing. You just sort of want to watch it flow. And I hope the developer does continue this on, because it'd be cool to make some patterns, especially for next year's zine or zine. To do some backgrounds for that would be really nice in this. Next. We're playing a Monolith maze thing. Oh no. So it doesn't seem to like my mouse. It seems like a lot of games that rely on mouse, like locking my mouse in, doesn't like my mouse. But it said something about following the... I'm just going to reset it. Okay. Press F to toggle flight. Okay, I don't want to do that. So it said follow the green. It seems to be behaving a bit better. No, I spoke too soon. Ooh. Did I fall? No. It's just my mouse not liking it. I can't fall. I've toggled flight mode, haven't I? Yeah, let's untoggle flight mode, because that's cheating. Alright, maybe this way. This is pretty cool. I'm not following green anymore. It does clip a bit, and I wish my mouse, like, fit. It does say in the description that you may have to click on the window so that your mouse stays in, but I have. So before someone says it's that, I have. I don't know. I kind of go this way, I think, even though I'm going sort of down to go up. That was the wrong way. I didn't follow the green. Next. We're checking out Spaceship Wrecker. So here's the spaceship, and you've got different bits. So cruise course, we can change their color. Life support, fuel tank. I want all of you to be pink. Cool. Left click to launch rocket and meteor. So you can click and drag. I don't know what that means. And then we can just generate a new ship. So I'm liking the fact that it's like labeled all of these different areas of the ship. That's quite nice. I don't know what launch meteor means, but that's what I'm doing that turns it pink. Kind of shows how connected they all are. Am I doing that though? Am I connecting them? Because I can sort of draw these little dots. Weird. Quite colorful, these little ships. Next. We're playing Space InRanders. Alright, so X, OP. Okay, sure. And also, I don't know, I guess you can generate wallpapers based on these generated ships and stuff that you get. I mean, the enemy ships are obviously, like, generated. That you can then put on your desktop if you like the retro look of something that's completely different. I have to get rid of some of these white areas. I should probably get over here and get rid of some of these. It doesn't take very long to like eliminate a whole row. I feel like this sound. Oh, I got hit. No, they came all the way to the bottom. Alright, fair enough. Next. We're playing Dead Streets. Alright, so there's a map seed there if you want to stop the recording and find the same map as me. And really give you any time to look, but you know, that's just me, I guess. Depopulation. We can run, we can get guns, we can switch between guns. We don't need health packs yet. We do have limited ammo, so. Oh, it took us a while to actually change guns, which I didn't really expect. So yeah, it's like a little zombie shooter, except each map is generated. Alright, let's switch to the second gun. Oh, I can't because I'm reloading. When I reload, I can't switch, it seems. Switch this gun because we have more ammo for that. Oh no. You can also melee, like bam. I should have done a lot of reloading, but I didn't. There we go. Cool. Next. So we're playing Go to Work. Oh, I didn't know this was an actual game. It said it was like a title screen. Oh, I can't really control any of this, so I guess it just goes. At least I don't seem to control any of this. The camera just follows the car. On the page of this game, it has an excerpt from the code that's used to make this. So that's really interesting if you're curious on how this was made. I like the look of the trees. They almost remind me of lollipops because they're like pink, some of them. They look really nice. And I do like the music as well. And sometimes I find myself having trouble really understanding or liking procedurally generated music or music that goes along with procedurally generated stuff. This is pretty good. Just random white box. Oh, it must be a house. That makes sense. Is the car gonna keep going though? Or is this where the car wanted to go? Looks like it's just staying here. Needed to go to work. That's the name of this game, by the way. Go to work. I don't know if I said that at the start. My bad. Next.